Hello, Internet. Welcome to episode 11 of Verbal Graffiti with your host, Brian Glass, aka the B Man, the People's Degenerate. Number 11, that is Brett Gardner's number of formerly of the New York Yankees, one of the most overrated Yankees in my lifetime, but he does have a hot wife. That's one of my favorite things to do is to look up athletes' wives or girlfriends. It always amuses me that some of these multimillionaires with rock hard bodies have nasty, putrid looking women as their partner. Oh, I hate that term partner. But I also admire the ones that have super hot wives too. I'm weird. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Another thing you might want to know about me is I've never been to a parade. I don't find them to be. I don't understand the appeal of a parade. You stand along the sidewalk while people walk by dressed up in green and balloons. I just in crowded areas without the rave music from the previous episodes. It just seems very boring to me. And I've got. You ever do a thing where you've never done it and you've just decided, oh, well, I'm never gonna do it because I can say that I haven't done it. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. All right, let's get into the episode. Quicker. I'm trying to do that. This one comes from the subreddit, if I can open up my phone. True off my chest, username jealous sweet 1634. I'm terrified my husband died before me. English is not my first language. That's okay, ma'am. I'm terrified to lost my female 26, future husband, male 40. He is the love of my life, love at first sight, like in the movies. Good for you. Tonight he played the song he wants at his funerals. It made me cry so much. Just the idea of losing him, so painful I barely can take it. I know I'm younger than him, but I really hope I die before him because I know the pain of surviving him would be unbearable. I like that your future husband, you're a little crazy planning this out already, but that your husband, or again, future husband, is planning his death at age 40. Part of me admires that. If he's doing things like life insurance, a will, planning, like who's gonna get the real estate that he owns after he passes is one thing. I like that. That shows maturity, something I need more of. But he putting together a playlist for your funeral when you're 40 years old and hopefully in good health is that's a little morbid. There's something wrong with him. You might not want to make this man your husband. With that said, though, I'm 100% with where your mind is at because I'm right there with you. Anytime I've gotten the butterflies for somebody and gone on a couple dates and I thought, oh wow, maybe this might be something. Instinctively, the first goal when I get into a relationship with somebody is, yeah, I want to die before she does. Because that burden of death, like that's hard to deal with. I've seen that, people, loved ones in my own life, and I don't want that on my shoulders. I want that on her shoulders. So where you're at, like I'm right there with you. Some people might call us crazy, but that pain of your loved one dying, and that's awful. Even just regular breakups for me are tough. That I've only when I've been dating the person maybe like 2 weeks. Like it takes me months to get over that. So I'm here on your side, but what makes us different at Verbal Graffiti is we're not gonna cheer you on. We're here to develop a game plan for you because it's not enough just to want to die before your future husband. We need to put together an action plan so that happens. So if you really love this man, your future husband, who's 15 years your senior, awesome for him, is you need to start smoking cigarettes. right away. Cigarettes that are unfiltered. You got to start smoking a pack and a half a day because if you're going to die, you got to go for it. All right. You got to stop exercising. If you're healthy, you got to start eating food that's high in cholesterol. If you work or if your husband, future husband works, this is what you do. Before you come home, you go to a Five Guys or a fast food joint and you take the biggest burger, buy two of them, buy the large fry, get the strawberry milkshake, do a couple shots of liquor while you're eating it. You just got to clog your arteries so that you will pass out before your lover does. And when you eat that food, you go home and you cook your husband a healthy meal without telling him what you ate. So you cook him some steamed broccoli, some cauliflower, some chicken without the skin, some salmon, all that food that has no taste to it. You got to make him healthy. Encourage him to go to the gym, to lift weights, to take vitamins. You got to It's almost like he's a dog where if he doesn't take a multivitamin, you got to smash it up and put it in the mashed potatoes or the applesauce like you do with toddlers. You got to make him the healthiest person he could be, and you got to make yourself the unhealthiest person you can be because you got to catch up 15 years. And you're not going to do that. I mean, you could pray for a car accident. Maybe when you're in the car together, if he's driving, you could just kind of unbuckle his seatbelt without him knowing so that if you do get in a car accident, he'll go through the windshield and you won't. But that's a little devious and you might get maybe manslaughter for that, maybe second-degree murder, which we don't want you to go to prison. So I'm just trying to think of things off my head you can do to shorten that age gap and maybe die before him. Also, uh, when it comes to your sex life, you can't do anything you're seeing back here. You got to have a boring sex life because you're younger, you're more spry, you're more energetic. So you can't get on top of him and just ride him buck fuck crazy. No. You can't fuck on top. You got to be on bottom. You got to hold his hips and make sure the rhythm is really, really slow so that his heartbeat doesn't explode and have him pass out on top of you. I think that happened once on The Sopranos, maybe. I don't know. It happens, and we don't want this happening to you. So my advice is put together an action plan, and also maybe don't rush to marry a guy who's 15 years your senior, who's already putting together a playlist for his funeral. That's a little freaky, horror movie-ish. You might want to get back on a dating app or get drunk and sleep with a coworker. All right, let's go to a segment now. Class dismissed. Again, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope you're all having a Guinness or two. I'd love to taste a Guinness, but I also feel like they never are cold enough. Does anyone else feel that way? They don't hit as hard as a Busch Light or a PBR or Milwaukee's Best. Maybe that's just me. I like the taste, just I wish they could get it colder. This next one, whew, this is the type of babe I despise. It comes from the subreddit Birthday Balloons. We know what we're talking. She posted a bunch of photos. I'll try to put them right here. A hot 23-year-old babe who has like the 4 foot, the 2, the 3, letting everybody know. I hate that lady. I should start walking around with a steak knife just so when I see one of these babes, I can stab her. Not her, but the balloons. It's so infuriating. When you see a lady or even a guy with the big birthday number balloons, right away that tells me you've done nothing productive to help advance society. If you go to SpaceX, I've never been there, but I could almost promise you, I could guarantee there's no like engineer there who like right beside their cubicle has a big 3-5 celebrating their 35th birthday, because they're doing stuff. They're going to space. They're not spending a week celebrating something they had no part in. Their birthday is buy your mom a bouquet of flowers, balloons for yourself. Oh, I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. You'll go on the subway or you'll be walking down a sidewalk and you'll accidentally bump into their balloons and they'll give you the stink eye. Like, dude, you just fucking bumped into my balloon. I'm like, no, your balloon bumped into me. They're taking up the whole street. It's not my fault I bumped into your 23 balloon that are 7 feet tall. Fuck you. And it's not even... The balloon is not even for the birthday. When they go out, because it's about going out. It's about me. Everything that's wrong with society. Me. They're going out with these balloons, not to celebrate their birthday. They're going out to take photos of themselves while they're out, to post on social media, to get, and hopefully when all their friends see that social media, it's kind of a devious way of trying to give your friends an eating disorder, because they'll see you out at the club with the big balloons, with the sparklers and the bottle service that some smuck beta male bought for you, and you're not going home with him, and you're trying to make everybody jealous. So you're a big taint for trying to do that to your friends. And it's sorry, it really makes my insides coil when I see it's because when you're 23 and you're super hot and you smell good and your hair is perfect, you don't need big balloons showing off that you're young and beautiful. We know. All of us here at Verbal Graffiti would lick your taint. You don't need the balloons. If anything, the balloons, they're a major turnoff, because I see you and I want nothing to do with you or your friends. That's the problem with young babes in their early 20s. It's like, yeah, you're hot, but your orbit is fucking chaos, and I want nothing to do with your orbit. One-on-one, we're cool. But when you get the rest of you in, and like, I got to hang out with all your friends, your friend is sewage. Like you're the sewage, but the way you act or your friends act when you're all together, it's radioactive. I want nothing to do with it. It's Chernobyl. Oh, I hate it. So yeah, I'm not down with the birthday balloons. I'll be honest with you, I'd rather give me a babe with a little bit of muffin top who just wants to share a red velvet cake on her birthday. That's the type of babe I want. All these other babes can go fuck off to the island of misfit toys, or send them to Guantanamo Bay. Send them to a labor camp. If you have a big balloons and you start bumping the people on the subway, you should have to do 2 months in a gulag at Guantanamo Bay and cold showers. No hot showers for you until Memorial Day. All right. Till next time, go suck a fat one.